once again for the renegade master. Back 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 once again for the renegade master.
So hello my little renegades, and we are back to Love Island season 10, and we are now into episode 2. Are we ready to talk about it? Okay then, let's see where we left off. Text came in. Who entered the chat? It was Zachariah entered the chat. Right, with Zach, I'ma say he's got a pretty face. Ain't gonna lie, he's got a pretty face, he's got a good looking face, but the body is not on point. And let me tell you what I mean by saying the body is not on point. That man skips leg day. He had no thighs and no calves. That's what I'm saying. I mean, his top half wasn't very defined, but who needs a defined body nowadays? To be fair, it's kind of overrated. You like a man to keep healthy, but having a defined body, for me myself, kind of overrated. But this man did skip leg day, and all I would say to people is don't skip leg day if you're looking to, like, please that eye aesthetic. Don't skip your legs as well, man, because nah, man, them legs were pegging it. Them legs were pegging it, like proper pegging it. But as again, yous like let me know what you think. So Zach comes in, and I would say first off the bat, who I thought Zach was gonna go for was Catherine, to be fair. That's what I thought he was gonna go for, because it's as Kath said, he's got a little seasoning in his spiciness. Do you know what I mean? I mean, kind of like all the girls kind of were finding little bits about him that they were liking, and I honestly believe it was because of the way that he talked. That's how I seen it. I thought it was because of the way that he talked, because he had that little bit of spiciness, that little bit of seasoning going on. So that's how I saw it. But you let me know what you think, what you thought in regards to Zach. I think the guys welcomed him, but actually seen him as a little bit of a threat in that sense. As I said, Ruchi wasn't feeling Medi, so of course she's gonna try and probably latch on to the new guy, or actually speak to the new guy and see how things are going. So I think people asked Zach like who his top 3 would be, and he did say Ella, he did say Kath, and he did say Ruchi, to be fair. But he's saying he's playing his cards close to his chest before he says anything more. I mean, him and Molly had the conversation, but Molly was kind of like, I'm sticking next to my man. Yes, he makes me feel zen, is what she said. So zen that she might fall asleep when she was talking to him. But she said she was sticking by Mitchell. Now, when I say this now, that she said she was sticking by Mitchell, make sure you keep that in mind for further on episodes, because I'm gonna let you know the kind of contradiction that Molly is. Okay, so keep in mind that she said that she was sticking by Mitchell because she thought that Zach was too zen for her and will probably make her fall asleep. Like, he's a good person. Yes, he's got that little bit of about him, but she was sticking with Mitchell at the end of the day. So then you've got, like Kath said, because Kath's with Andre's full on, you can tell Andre's fully feeling Kath at this point. Like, time has gone on, they've probably had their talks, they had their chats, and Andre's fully feeling Kath at this time. But as Kath said, she's open, and I'm just gonna say that this is where the competition starts. Okay, this is where the competition starts, because everybody's gonna start feeling each other, right? Yes, they're coupled off, but in comes the dreaded word, but they're not closed off. Every time I heard that motherfucking word through the freaking episodes, it was doing my head in. I have to say, it was doing my head in. So I'm like, why do they keep saying, well, I'm not closed off though? No, I'm not fully closed though. I mean, are you a motherfucking door? Like, seriously, are you a door? I'm not closed off. Like, seriously. But also I was thinking as well, that within some of it, even if they were saying that they were not fully closed off, when does it become the point that you are closed off, and how do you relay that to the person that you're with, that you want to become closed off? But anyway, I digress. So let's get back into this episode and let's talk about it. Anyway, so as we know, we already know who Zach's top 3 is. Ella seems to be quite happy with Ty. But as I'm saying, we'll see how that goes with Ty, because as we said, Ty's never been in a relationship. He's never had to stick with somebody as long as he's had to stick with somebody. So as again, we'll see how that plays out for them too. We know Mitch and Molly at the moment are getting on pretty well. Okay? Ruchi doesn't find anything attractive about Mehdi. And I think it's the same for Mehdi. That's more of a friendship vibe. Same with Jess and George. Friendship vibe there. There ain't nothing more going on there, because they don't find each other attractive in the slightest in that sense. Ella finds Ty attractive. Ty finds Ella attractive. Andre definitely finds Kath attractive. I think Kath finds Andre attractive, but I don't think she's stuck on him just yet. That's the feeling that I'm getting. I don't think she's stuck on him just yet, because I think Zach is about to make her reevaluate and turn her head, basically. That's how I'm seeing it. So George actually likes Molly. So we see this play out within this program. George actually thinks Molly is a bit of him, basically. But him and I will say this, so him and Molly go for a chat. Now, my thing is if you don't know the meaning of a word, then probably don't say it, because it isn't making you look intelligent or clever in that sense. Now, the word that George kept on saying to Molly was, I feel myself levitating towards you. No, my dear, it's gravitating towards you, because if you're levitating, you're just literally, your feet are coming off the freaking ground, you're levitating above the ground, but you ain't gonna move nowhere except for up or back down. When you gravitate towards someone, it means you actually levitate, and then you move towards that person. So I think George meant he wants to gravitate towards Molly. So he said that word a couple of times, and it was knocking my nerve, to be honest with you. It was totally knocking my nerve. But anyway, back to this. I don't think Molly was feeling that. Molly was not feeling George at all. I think George is definitely working hard in which to get someone interested in him, or the person that he's interested in him, so he can couple off with that person and hopefully recouple when it comes for a recoupling. But right now, it ain't working for George. It is not working for George at the end of the day, because the type of person that he wants doesn't want him at the moment, because Molly's very much invested in Mitch. So then we move on, and the first challenge comes in. Now, I told you these challenges are absolute fuckery, right? These challenges, I believe, are set to test these people up in here. Okay, so basically it's kiss the people who you think has done X, Y, or Z. So it's the person, like the first one comes in and it goes, which out of the girls, because I think it was the girls first, went like through their ex's phone, and then the lad who thinks who he is has to kiss that person. Now, the one thing I'll say about all this kissing shit is, like, it's the spit swapping for me. It's the absolute spit swapping. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I know you have fun. Like, in your early years, you have fun and you get down and you do what you do and you go how you go and you move how you move. But it's just watching all these people just swapping spit like there ain't illnesses out there. Do you know what I'm saying? I just, it was a bit much for me, but yous let me know what you think. Like, yous totally let me know what you think. So, of course, whoever got it right, it was Ella. It was Ella who went through her ex's phone, and I was kind of like, yeah, you need to be wary of that one. I understand that it was her first boyfriend. She said it was her first boyfriend, and the phone was just sitting there, and it was open, so she went through it. But my thing is, would you do it again though? Would you do it again now? Because my thought is yes, you would. If your man's phone is sitting there open, like say her and Ty make a go of it. She knows Ty's past and how Ty has been and how Ty is with women, and that he is a bit of a flirt bag, to be fair. So say if she felt insecure in herself and their relationship at some point, or he's made her question something, and he left his phone sitting there and it was open, or she knew the code, or she had easy access in which to get into that phone, are you like telling me that she won't do it? Like, really? You really telling me that she won't do it? What a thought. Because she would. She would. But you, as again, like, let me know what your thoughts are on that. So then the talks about who got the nipper pierced, and Andre kissed Jess, and of course it was Jess, and then they tell the story. So it's so on and so forth. I don't need to keep going through the games and stuff like that, to be honest with you. You get the gist. They swap their saliva with a lot of people, okay? So then we go to, I think it's Jess, and this is where it gets a little bit sticky. But this bit, I want you to remember for when we get onto other episodes. I want you to remember in regards to Molly. Remember, the first thing is that Zach made her feel so zen that she was falling asleep. There was no attraction there at first, and she was sticking by her man Mitchell. And now the second thing is, in this challenge, is Jess had to kiss the boy who was seeing 3 women at the same time. Now, Jess kissed Ty because automatically, you'd automatically think it was Ty because everybody's starting to get the metal of Ty, to be fair. But it wasn't. The correct answer would have been Mitch. Now, Molly's face looked like she'd been spanked by a wet fish because she didn't like that answer. Now, hold that in your notes or in your mind, okay? She did not like that answer. And as time goes on, further on, as you get past the games and this, that and the other, Molly takes Mitch to one side and speaks about it, because I'm telling you, after these challenges, these people have to talk about it. And I'm like, it's not that deep. Do you know what I mean? It really is not that deep. I don't understand, but this shit plays on their mind. So Molly has to talk about it to Mitch, and Mitch explains himself as to what happened and the fact that he didn't really cheat. This is what happened in that scenario. But as I said, I want you to keep those 2 things that I told you about in regards to Molly in your mind, because they'll become relevant as time goes on, right? So Zach and Kath start talking, and as she said, she's got a vibe with Zach straight off the bat, and you can see that she's got a vibe with Zach straight off the vibe, and Zach's got a vibe with her. The only downside is poor Andre. Do you know what I mean? Because Andre's feeling Kath like no other, like proper feeling Kath, like proper. And I kind of feel for him, because I'm like, he's 21. He's coming. This will be kind of like his first, maybe second serious relationship in that sense. And the girl that he's coupled with, he likes, okay? But I also say on the flip side, this is where it gets a little bit messy and a little bit twisted within the realm of Love Island. Because my thing is if you're the type of person that hits feelings for people quickly, this show may not be for you. And if you're the type of person that cannot handle the person that you've got feelings for mucking it up, chatting, flirting, and all of the good stuff with somebody else, this show is not for you. But then, given that, these type of people will go on these shows, because it's viewings at the end of the day, and it's also showing people exactly how you are, like, in a relationship, and what you're not going to put up with and what you are going to put up with. But as I keep saying, this is what this island is designed to do. This is what this show is designed to do in regards to people and how they see relationships and how they interact and react and move within those relationships, especially with other people, like, because it's also about building friendships too. So especially with other people, not just about love, but also building those friendships too. I think Andre is going to fight for Kath because he wants to keep her by his side, basically. That's where he wants Kath by his side, and he don't want this man coming in to literally rip her away. Here we go again. So Kath basically didn't like the fact that Andre had come over, because Andre was chatting to, Zach and Kath were chatting and really chatting it up, and Andre didn't like it, and he basically came over and was a little bit territorial with her, and she said that it kind of gave her the ick because she doesn't like a person being too territorial with her. Like, he really was stamping his claim. So then ping, we hear a ping, text comes in. So they all have to go in the fire pit, which is what they do. So everybody's nonplussed as to what's going to happen. So basically what happens is Zach, being the new person, has to stand at the front and basically choose a girl that he is going to steal off the other person, rendering that person single, basically, until the next recoupling or whatever goes on. So remember, I already clocked. I knew Zach was going to pick Kath. And what does he do? Yes, in true Zach fashion form, he picks Catherine. And Catherine literally just gets up and goes and stands next to him. And Andre just looks absolutely crestfallen, like proper crestfallen, in the fact that, you know what, he's lost the girl that he actually likes to this newcomer that's coming. But Kath kind of looks happy at the end of the day. But that is kind of the whole gist of the second episode, and that's where it ends there. As I said, some of these episodes will be short, but some will be a bit longer as time goes in and as more that I talk about. So as I say, thank you, my renegades, to listening to me and to joining and subscribing. And to all you others, please, out there, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when I do my next video. And I'll be back on your screens and we will talk again. Peace out.